time zone, everybody, and welcome to Horde of Tales. My name is Marcus, also known as the Chindividual, and I am 100% biodegradable. Here with me today are 4 other people who I assume are also very biodegradable, in case that ever matters. And
what about your fillings?
We're going to do the math later, how much percentage that is of that 100%. But before we do math, let me introduce you for people who also use math in this game to succeed. Let's go quickly around the table. We have, once again, joining us, Serial is here playing our Warforged Rebus. We also have Ida as our Triton Sorcerer Rain. There is also Austin as the Leonin fighter Dythun. And last but certainly not least, there is Caro as our half-elf paladin Delphine. Folks, it's a sad day because it's the last session of Convergence Manifesto for this year, and
how dare
that is kind of sad. But
I mean, I was just expecting no. Yeah, it's a sad day. You're all gonna die. Okay, cool.
That is up to you. I have no influence on that. It is all up to your choices. But next to that,
not smart.
I mean, you last session you already took care of that fireball in the trap, so it's not like that can strike again.
Rebus is not entirely biodegradable.
Right.
The rest of us would be.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Rebus is recyclable.
We're going to be fine.
It's going to be fine. He
Was
can
Rebus
rust away.
already recycled? That's the question.
Is that a question that we want to find out the answer to? I mean, I kind of, I mean, I'm
Maybe.
sure as a DM I'm not supposed to say that, but I kind of am attached to all the player characters, and so
You are? Oh my
yes. Well,
goodness.
That's so
good.
Abuse!
I got 'em.
Abuse!
Well, let's see if we need to find out who of us is or isn't biodegradable. How about we slowly go over into session number 41 of today. But before we get there, just one more reminder that you are indeed at the channel of Horde of Tales, a Twitch channel where we stream tabletop RPGs, and on Tuesdays we play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition in the campaign of Convergence Manifesto, an adventure series created by across Eberron, and we are currently in a intermission chapter which is not in that adventure series, known as A Prophecy of Storms. If you still want to check out these adventures, which are set in the amazing campaign setting of Eberron, you can find all the adventures of the Convergence Manifesto at acrosseberron.com. The overlay you see has been created by Caro, and the character artwork that you see on the overlay and in action in the game when these fantastic characters get into dangerous situations has been created by Serial and Caro together. Our tabletop of choice is Foundry Virtual Tabletop. The music you hear is by Dark Fantasy Studios, and in case these intrepid adventurers end up in a battle, the battle map is most likely made in Dungeon Draft by Megasploot. Last but not least, on this channel in this campaign, you, dear audience, can influence the events in this game whenever you spot a cat on someone's screen. If you spot a cat sneaking by on some player's screen here, you can use your channel points to give a player of your choice catvantage. When they get catvantage, you see a very adorable kitty cat popping up to next to a player's face, and as long as they have the kitty cat, they can spend it to get advantage on a roll. Keep in mind that each player can only have 1 dose of catvantage, so don't give your catvantage to someone who already has it. And I would like to write out that also only cats that are 100% biodegradable count for this kind of catvantage. So
Biodegradable.
Immediately checks.
I made a mistake.
This is biodegradable.
I made a mistake.
It'll take a
That
while,
look-
but it's biodegradable.
Ida's cat looks pretty biodegradable. Oh boy. Oh boy. The DM needs some time to think about his mistakes, but he's going to
not
put
the
on the
bell,
intro.
not the bell.
He's going to put on the intro for now, so see you in a few moments. Bye. Here we are again for session 41 of the Convergence Manifesto. When last we left our heroes, next mistake of the evening, I called these people, when last we met our adventurers, we found them in the sewers beneath the city of Stormhome, the seat of power for House Lyrandar. After a daring escape from the Lyrandar Palace, together with the assassin Harral, who was there to assassinate Lady Ezravash de Lyrandar, the party decided that it was maybe a chance to, well, make up for creating the complications by working with Harral for a second attempt at the life of the matron of House Lyrandar. After creating a distraction by convincing Darian to sail out with his own magnificent ship into the Bay of Stormhome, the party took a little bit of a rest before entering the sewers, from which they would try to sneak into the palace. Bypassing a snoring guard that woke up but could not really chase the party because Delphine poked his eyes elegantly, the party came to a staircase that led upwards and to an enchanted hatch on which two spells were placed that Rain had identified. Working together to try and disable these enchantments, Delphine and Harral were caught in the blast of one of the spells that was triggered when trying to pick those trap, both of them taking the brunt of a fireball spell being fired at them. However, after a little bit of reconvening, it came upon Delphine to slowly and carefully open the hatch above them and peek through the opening that she created. And that is where we left off last session. And we're going to pick right up at the place where Delphine has slowly lifted the hatch and is peeking through. Delphine, you mentioned last session that you really only wanted to open it up to like a little bit of a slit so you could peek through, not much further. The hatch is kind of heavy, and it takes a little bit of strength to keep it at a level that you can still peek through. But as you look through the opening you created, you see that if you were to fully open the hatch and climb out, you would come into a kind of a six-sided chamber, pillars holding the ceiling of the chamber aloft, and the lighting here no longer in this reddish tint that you've had through most of the sewers. The lighting here is a more clear lighting, casting long shadows from the pillars. And you hear through the opening that you've created, you hear from what you would guess is a northern direction. There's a bit of a humming sound, a slow and low roam, 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 further to the north.
Oh. Does this sound like as if there was kind of a trap set or anything?
The sound that you hear is, from what you can gather, it's a bit further away and probably muffled by multiple walls and doors in between it.
Yeah,
so it's a bit further away from you. Could you give me a history check with advantage, please?
Okay, sure. Dice. Okay, that's 15.
15. You do know, Delphine, that parts of the Lyrandar estate and all its fantastic features, like a whole lot of ever-burning lanterns and pools that are always warm and the likes, they are set up by magic, and something needs to fuel that magic
Yeah.
that keeps it running. And you do know that in lower levels beneath the estate, there are these kind of generators that use water that's rushing under the Lyrandar estate and transfer the energy that they generate into these kind of generators, or more almost like these battery-like systems that can then be used to power other enchantments throughout the estate. So you would gather that you're already at a level of the estate that you're more in like a lower level of the basements instead of the sewers at that point.
Okay, cool. So, but another question: do I see anyone, like any living being, in the range of the view that I have?
Excellent and wise question indeed, because you do, as you peer through the opening, like you really just kept it as minimal as possible. You see to the western direction, you see there are 2 guards standing next to a door. They have their weapons, these long swords ready, their shields brandished. And you kind of assume that, going by the sound the fireball probably made when it blew up underneath the hatch, they're probably are aware that at least something happened, and they're keeping an eye on that hatch at this point.
Okay. So since this hatch is getting heavy, with some time, I will close it as quietly as possible again, like letting it go down. And then is the rest of the group still in a conversation?
Well, what is the rest of the group doing while Delphine is scouting through the hatch?
I think Rain's looking bored and literally twiddling her thumbs.
I think Dythun's probably still somewhat concerned of somebody coming from another direction. So just keeping an eye on the
I would like to help. I would like to help, but I can't see anything, so I'll just listen intently for any other noises that...
Yeah, while Rain is bored and twiddling her thumbs, Rebus and Dythun, both of you, if I remember correctly from last session, there was already some checks that were being done to check if maybe someone else was coming from the other direction. There is still no sign that there is any other approach from other directions at this point, which, considering the noise that the fireball explosion made, might sound strange. But on the other hand, it was this morning when the attention of most of the guards was drawn due to whatever it was that the party was doing in the palace. And maybe there's still a lot of guards that are being spread thin and can't directly engage with any kind of possible danger that might be approaching. And if they know that a fireball trap went off, maybe some of the guards are also making the assumption, well, if they triggered that trap, they're probably cinders by now, and we don't have to deal with that.
Fair.
Looking to the group. There are 2 guards. They seem kinda ready that someone is coming out of this hatch.
Rain looks to Harral. What's your master plan then?
If we get through that hatch, we're basically in one of the basement levels beneath the estate. If the guards are focused on the hatch and who's coming out of that, I could make a dash from there through one of the hallways. It would already help me significantly keep the attention of those guards on the lot of you. And I can make my move to the chambers of the matriarch.
2 questions from me, if I may. 1, do all the guards have means of communicating? Are they also decked out in very nice magical equipment.
Some of the guards have enchanted gear. House Lyrandar makes sure that their most important people are equipped properly, but I wouldn't assume that every single guard is equipped with a sanding stone and a magical sword on their hip.
Noted. Second question. Are all or most rooms able to detect and alarm the use of magics? Like that
Yeah, so
bedroom we met you in.
See, that's the interesting question. On the upper levels above ground, sure, the vast majority of the rooms have those kind of enchantments, if it's just to make sure that nothing interferes with whatever other enchantments are put on those rooms. But in these basement levels, from what I know, there's a lot of other powerful magic going on that would make it unwise to put in enchantments that suppress magic. Which is, of course, on the upside, gives you a bit more freedom on utilizing magic. On the downside, what kind of magic is so potent that they have up there that they don't want to interfere with suppressing magic?
All right. So it's safe to use magic where magic is already being dispensed. Makes sense. And our role is to make a ruckus and not die? So that you, in turn, don't die and cause someone else to die?
Well, the tricky plan, the reason why this was my plan B, I'm sorry, alternative plan A, was that pulling this off all alone would have been very hard. Me alone getting through this hatch, undetected, through the hallways, not impossible. But having the four of you here, who could make sure whatever guards are popping through there can be held off for a while, give me a head start. I have the other tools I need to get into the sanctuary of Lady Esravash. But you would have to try to make your own exit.
Ah. All right.
So, this hatch is where we separate then. Is that what you're saying?
She takes like the rest. She finishes like the rest of the drops that were on the edge of her potion that she drank in the last session. I'm afraid so. But never say never. And who knows where we meet again?
All right. Then.
Strange feeling you'll find your way back to some of us.
Hopefully not too soon. Rain, I know you're capable of
Anything.
a lot of things. But also about of magic that makes one invisible. Can you give it to her looking to Harral, or is this a thing that you can only do on your own?
I could give it to her, but if I'm going to face some guards, who's to say that it might unexpectedly drop?
I have an idea in mind. Because if she is invisible and basically the head start will be that she runs out of the hatch first, but for the guards it might seem that no one is coming out there, so they might get their attention towards the hatch and whatever is down there.
Ever the tactician? All right. Don't blame me if it goes down. Okay?
You know, my objective here is right now that we are not getting associated with her in any way possible later on.
Now. Oh, Harral, you are indeed a tricky one. Indeed, I won't be able to reach out to you later. It seems. Well, I guess that's also a boon as much as it is a peril.
Every advantage must have a drawback.
Rain opens her arms for a hug.
Harral smirks, and carefully approaches to reciprocate.
Pat, pat. And Rain will lean in and whisper in her ear. Give an extra stab to the matriarch for me, or don't come back. Expending invisibility.
Last thing you see-
Concentrating.
on that invisibility. And the last thing you see from Harral before she goes invisible is a smirk in response to your whisper into her ears. And then you see her go invisible.
Hopefully see you never again.
And you do hear Harral say, while she's invisible, who's going to do me the honors to pop this hatch open?
Are we trying to make a scene with the hatch, or are we trying to sneak her out?
Making
getting
a
some mixed
scene would
signals.
accomplish her sneaking out.
Right. So should I try to like burst the hatch open and then run away?
I'll be right behind you.
Well, are we coming back down here, or are we going out? Up top?
I guess
I
it depends.
What is the plan? I don't
have-
understand.
I would suggest that we are staying down here, getting them basically, like drawing their attention towards the hatch, maybe blowing off 1 or 2 spells in their face, whatever, but making sure that they don't really catch us. Because I
Do we know-
fear.
Do we know of any exits apart from this one? Like, can we make our way back where we came from?
This is Delphine's house.
Just
Surely
once-
she knows
once
a
they
few
come-
hiding places.
Would I know any hiding places from this point here? The good question is, how often have I been in the sewers?
Exactly, like, would it make...
You aren't particularly familiar with the sewers
Figured.
underneath the estate, and not so much as well with the basement levels of the palace. You could imagine that where you're going through the hatch would connect to higher levels of the basement, and from there you could find an exit as well, but that would first take you through the basement.
I think
you
it
would-
would serve going through the basement. Cause a small amount of ruckus. Pull attention away from Harral going the opposite direction.
But it also goes in line like, hey, there's an attempt of assassination on the matriarch. At the same point, some people saw us running around that thing. So, counting 1 and 1 here.
No one knows the matriarch is going to be assassinated. No one that matters, of
Well,
course. And we've been
yeah.
running from guards for so long. Perhaps we finally made it to the basement level and this is our chance at escape. Be a bit imaginative in your storytelling.
Haven't you been flying out of that place?
They
So
have
and
seen
then
us
and then
as
you're
spies.
suddenly and suddenly you're appearing again in the basement.
Out of invisibility, you hear Harral saying, "It's the perfect cover. They have already seen you. They don't know about any of my attempts at this point. You're basically the returning attackers. You can be the prime target for them."
How about we go collect a bit of that bounty for ourselves? Surely there must be some coffers in some of the lower levels.
Sure, that's where all the money is placed.
Okay, how
That's
about
her
this?
story. Let's go.
Let's open the hatch, deal immediately with the guards right by the hatch.
Don't kill them.
No, obviously, but like see what is around us at that point and go from there. Either back down into the sewers or trying out through the palace. Or
I'd rather through
exploring
the
the basement,
palace,
whatever
but
we need to do.
let's do that. One thing at a time.
Right.
After
So
you?
Dythun will climb up the ladder, assuming Harral is behind him. Wait, I have blind sight for 10 feet. I would know if she's
Yep.
behind me.
Yep.
It's probably like a really unnerving feeling to know something is there and not be able to see it.
Like you just know, that feeling that you have when you think somebody is watching you. You actually
Mhm.
know somebody is watching
Yeah.
you as long as they're within 10 feet.
Exactly.
I love the Austin's little smile of like, wait, I know.
Wait, I have a thing. It's almost like he's paranoid about being assassinated. So he's just gonna turn around, just
Mhm.
be ready.
All right.
Rain will be the last one up.
All right. I'm gonna hit this hard. I'm going to jump out. You come out right behind me. Go whatever the opposite direction is.
All right.
Right.
All right.
3, go.
And you just
He just climbs out, shield up, standing in front of the guards that are right
You-
there.
push open the hatch, climb out, and you're immediately looking at these two guards. Both of them look fairly young in the face, from what you can tell, and they've just seen the hatch pop open, a giant Leonin climb out, brandishing shield and sword. Can you give me an intimidation check? And you can use strength for this one instead of charisma.
Ooh. Okay. This is basically an athletics check.
You're intimidating people with your athletics.
It's basically
Oh,
an
look
athletics.
at
Did
his
you say
muscles.
advantage or just using strength?
Just using strength.
Okay.
I did not. I did not say advantage.
17.
17. You climb out there, pop out of it. One of the guards looks at you. They're flanking a door at this point, and one of the guards just goes, "Nope." Opens the door, steps through it, closes it, and leaves his other buddy behind out there. As you can hear and sense Harral leaving your blind sight distance.
Attack of
And-
opportunity.
I love it. I love the. Excuse
Nope.
me.
Cannot attack opportunities if
I
you do
love
not
the.
see.
So
But he's got blind sight.
That's fine.
Anyway,
It's a joke. Don't worry.
I love this guard being like, "That's a lion. I'm not doing this."
You don't know if he quit on the spot or is going to go tell a friend.
This seems like a
And-
you problem.
the remaining guard is just looking at the door like, "What the?" and then looks back at Dythun. What is the rest of you doing? The rest of you still down in the hatch? You can hear that "What the?" from some voice coming from there. What is the rest of you doing?
Well, I was right behind Dythun because well, not right behind, but so I will pop my head out and just see what the situation is. Is it gonna need help or are we fine? Can
At this point, there's just
do we need to make
there's
more
just-
noise, less noise?
There's one other guard in this room. It's like this six-sided chamber. There's a few pillars holding it aloft. And this other guard is just standing there. And you can see that from this chamber, there is one door that is currently guarded by one person. There is another door further northwards. There is one leading eastward, where you, Rebus, just quickly catch that door briefly opened. Something invisible came through, and then closed the door behind them. And there is also a door to the south that is closed. And from the northern direction, all of you can hear this humming sound that Delphine heard earlier. And through some what look like iron gates, you actually see a little bit of bluish glow from the northern direction, the same direction as the sound is coming from.
And that's also the door the guards are in front of?
No, thank you for asking. The guards are in front of the western door.
The opposite direction of Harral.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
I mean, Dythun is just I think gonna like he hadn't pulled out his sword yet. He just had the shield because he had to like climb up.
Yeah.
He's gonna like pull out the war axe and just try to smack him with the flat side of it.
Just a guard that's standing next to the the door. All right.
He's just going for incapacitation at this point.
You'll have to move a few steps closer in your
Sure.
intimidating presence, and as you're moving closer there to give that smack out, Rebus, you had been peeking out of the hole. Are you pulling yourself up and out of the hole of the hatch?
I guess I'm so. Since there's not that many guards, I'm trying to decide if we're going back down or if we're staying up here.
All right. Well,
But
Rebus.
I guess just in case, Delphine and Rain want to know what's going on, I'll climb outside, just not in the way of Dythun. I'll just make my way out.
All right. The Warforged of the party is getting out. What are Delphine and Rain doing at this point?
I'm waiting.
Rain will float up, just so like the top of her eyes are getting an idea of what's going on, in case she needs to sling some spells. Rain seems excited at the prospect of not going back to the sewers, because they were sewers.
Fair enough. You fly up and you also see these things going on, and you actually see the moment when Dythun is walking up to the remaining guard. Dythun, can you give me an attack roll to see how
Absolutely.
well your non-lethal attack will go?
Oh, very well. What is math? Where is wait? Oh, I'm looking. Oh, Great X is the same thing.
Say math.
Math. 23. Just like
So,
smiling
you-
as he does, like you're not going to enjoy this.
Bonk!
And you bonk this guard on the head, and as you gung, find the right spot, the guard collapses. But at the same time, the door that the guard was guarding opens, and you hear from the other side of the door, you hear a muffled voice going, "What are you talking about? There's no Leonin coming out of the..." And as you see the opening of the door, the guard that tried to go away is being pushed out into the room again, and he's being pushed out by what looks to be some kind of officer of the group. Better armor, better equipped, has a full helmet on, and but stops speaking the moment he sees the Leonin who just bonked one of his guards unconscious. And his next words are, "Intruders!" And I'll have to set up a little map for you before all of you go into
Yay.
initiative. That's the sound the DM makes when he's preparing the map. Let's see.
While DM's wearing the map, I as a player am kind of curious to go through the lower levels. I think going back to the sewers is kind of like, eh.
Yeah, going back to the sewer seems kind of safe and boring.
Yeah, I don't want to do safe and boring.
When have we ever done anything safe and boring?
I like
Yeah, I
safe
don't
and
think that's
boring.
our brand, honestly.
I really don't like safe and boring. Not in this campaign.
There and oh, right, I had those as well. Put that over there.
Excuse me?
Put that over there. And I think I also have to put the player characters on there.
Copy paste Kraken. Copy paste Tiamat.
Now. I'm gonna put
There we go.
Rain over here. And Delphine, I know you're still down in the hole, but I'm gonna already put you on the map. We can imagine that you're that you're in the hole still.
Okay.
And I'm going to quickly put you on the map.
Woo.
And
Look at that map. Powered by Foundry.
and I would like
Roxafall.
all of you to roll initiative, please.
Oh, good.
Right. How does
You know what? I'll roll it on
D&D work
Foundry
again?
directly.
What happened?
Oh, that's actually perfect. That's wonderful.
13 from Rain.
Uh,
Oh
12
wait.
for Rebus.
What?
Did you set up an
yes,
encounter?
Yes, I
Yes,
did
you
set
did.
up an encounter. I did do that, but I might need I need stat blocks. So 12 for Rebus, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Dythun, what did you get?
20. Wait, that's not right. Math. Hold on. What is 19 plus 5? 24.
24.
That's 24.
How do I put that in the thing?
Marcus does.
Because
I
this
can-
game
I can-
says it's 2.
I'm
and that's not correct.
put it in the thing.
Okay. Thank
Delphine, what did you get?
5. I rolled in that one.
That's fitting.
And
Fits to
I'm
my passive state right now.
Yep.
gonna roll for Magards. Oof.
The guard.
Oof. That's a 2. And
We like to see it. Somehow acting after Delphine.
that is a 9. So far, I'm just going to begin combat.
And unpause the game.
And just Foundry things. And we're starting off round 1 of this little fight with Dythun. Just to quickly elaborate again, Dythun. So I put you basically in the same spot where you just knocked out a guy, and coming in through the door that is a little bit above you, currently still being shoved through, is the guard that fled, and just yonder of them is what seems to be like their officer that's pushing them through. So what would
So
you like
even
to
though-
do?
So,
Sorry?
just to be clear, there is. Whoa, I didn't know that was a thing. Sorry. There's this guy. There we go. There. And then, like, somewhere back here, there's somebody else.
I'm actually going to put you in a slightly more...
I mean, I can just go, like, there.
yeah.
There we go. That makes sense.
And then you actually... There's one extra guard
Okay.
over here.
I think Dythun's just gonna. I mean, I already said I had the great axe out, so I'm gonna count that I don't have like armor class for my shield right now. But he's just gonna go in on this guard with the great axe.
All right, swing away with your greatest of axes.
Oh, what a great axe!
It's
That's
truly
not a
noble.
great axe. So I'm actually gonna use a new thing from leveling up. Which is the lucky feat, but I have renamed it on D&D Beyond to Natural Catvantage.
Ah.
Nice.
So I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Or self catvantage.
I love that so much. That is
That's
so
much
good.
better.
You get all the points. You get all the points today.
That's a 20 to hit instead of a 1. I like that one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that certainly hits. Roll for
That
damage.
is 12 plus 2, 11 points of damage.
Self-advantage. Perfect.
And attack again.
Because why
That's
wouldn't
not
you?
great.
But it's a great
Um,
axe.
This great axe is not doing too great. That's a 9.
Yeah. The your self-advantage did help you on that first attack, but the second one just goes a little bit too wide. You could probably, if you wanted to, spend another lucky point on that, but I mean, sorry,
Nah.
the natural catvantage point.
No, I think instead, I haven't used bonus action yet, so I am actually going to. Okay, I'm actually going to Daunting Roar, catching both of these guards as they're both within 10 feet.
Right. That's a wisdom save, right?
Yes, just roar in their face. Hoping
Yeah,
to
the one
kinda
right in
frighten
front
them
of
a
you
little
rolls a 9. And
All right.
the
bit.
one
DC's
behind that
14.
has a total of 17. So the one that you already intimidated is, again, intimidated.
Alrighty. I'm going to clear out of the doorway here.
Mm-hmm.
But he is still frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Right.
So
Frightened does-
he can't come in the room now.
But can you take an opportunity?
And still
he-
take an opportunity attack.
yeah, absolutely.
Find it. But has a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of their fear is within line of sight.
Nice.
So there is going to be a disadvantaged, and unfortunately, this guard does not have natural catvantage. So
Well, I'm not technically using my shield right now. Even
but
though-
I think that still even a 7 does not hit you.
No,
No, it doesn't.
That would be one hell of a shield.
Right?
If
That's,
that were the difference.
That's your turn, Dythun?
yes, that's everything.
All right, that brings us over to Rain, who is still peeking out of the hole, gauging the situation. What would you like to do?
I will pop out of the hole. Let's say that's 5, 10, 15, and I'm gonna go another. How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling here is about 15 feet high.
I'll go high up. Can I? Well, on my map, I can still see this guard. Can I see this guard over the one that wasn't roared and slashed at? The one that's feeling a little braver.
If you can see him, then you can target them. So
Then I will do so with a mind sliver. I would like the guard in the back to make an intelligence saving throw.
that is a 7.
That fails it. So he's going to take 2d6 psychic damage.
Psychic damage.
That is a total of 5.
Nice.
And that guard has to subtract a d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Ooh. So throw those things that require saving throws at that guard.
In the back.
All
And
right.
I don't have any cool bonus actions that are relevant here, so it's my turn.
That's your turn. That brings us to Rebus.
Yeah.
Right, I would like to try and stay calm, actually, for once. I'm just going to go towards the guards and bonk them with my glaive, similar to what Dythun did with his axe. Just,
Gotcha.
use the blunt side of it and use the whole length of the staff to,
The staff part of the glaive.
optimal force. Yeah.
Perfect. Roll away.
That's really bad. That is a 9 to hit. I rolled a natural 2.
That is not
Wow.
enough, but I think you have a second attack, don't you?
I do. That's 21 to hit.
Ooh, that certainly does hit.
Do I just roll normal damage even if it's supposed to
Yes,
be
but-
non-lethal damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just roll normal damage, but you have the intent of not killing these people.
9 points of damage.
9 points of
From my
damage. Another wound on that guard, who is also intimidated, frightened, and is just standing in a doorway. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No. That will be
Alrighty.
all.
That will be all as Rebus holds their ground
My
at that door.
apologies.
Which does lead us to the braver guardsman.
In the back of a conga line.
Mhm. See, what Rebus did there was really smart. Because he can still move as long as this guard is not ending his movement in Rebus Square.
He's gonna go up.
I will point out my glaive has a 10 feet reach.
Is good to know. Guard is moving over here, and with his helmet on, he's just like, it will take more than a roar to intimidate me, and is going to attack. He's wielding a great sword. He's going to attack Dythun.
Bring
How did
it.
he get past me? Is there enough space in the corridor?
It costs some extra movement to go through there, but as long as he doesn't end his movement in your square, it's a-okay.
Okay.
That's an 8 on that hit. That will not be enough, but
No.
he has 2 attacks. He's going to make a second attack. Is a 15 enough to hit while you don't have to shield out?
16.
Not enough. The guard set, not hitting you, and is going to end his turn there. That brings us to Delphine.
Can I actually riposte?
That's something that you can do as your reaction, right?
Yes, that's a reaction.
Yes, sir.
The
You can
creature
still
misses
react
with
to
a
that.
melee attack.
Sure.
I don't ever get to use this one. Ooh. 17.
That is just not enough to
Dang.
hit, as he just very quickly steps out of the range of your attack, but was quite surprised by your quick reaction there. Delphine.
Okay, I basically see from down below this guard standing close to the hatch.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Would it be possible to give them like basically peeking out, giving them a nice bump into their kneecap so that they basically falling over? Like as an attack.
I'd say what you can do is kind of like a bit of a reflavored grapple in that sense.
Yeah.
While you're not trying to really grapple them, you
Yeah.
could use your attack or your action instead of attacking them. You could try to take them down in this way. And if you succeed on that, I would say you could get them prone. But it's going to be a contested athletics check to try to get them prone in this way.
Can I get acrobatics?
The one
This is-
performing the grapple has to do athletics. The
Yeah.
one defending gets to choose.
Yeah, but this would be a contested athletics in this case.
This is so shit.
Dythun's somewhat on deck, because yeah.
Yeah.
But if you succeed, I would say they are also prone, and that's pretty good place for your companions to have someone.
I guess I can try.
All right, roll that athletics check.
Oh
I'm going
gosh.
to roll one on my end.
16?
I got a 12. So
Oh,
you
thank God.
so you pop out of the hatch and you like punch into the kneecap, like the back of the knee, like the elbow of the knee, so to speak, and you punch in there. The guard goes like, oh, and it is the one with the helmet who's like, oh damn, and is actually prone at this point.
Yes, and as a bonus action, since Dythun is quite exposed here, I'm giving him Shield of Faith. So he gets a +2 bonus to his AC for 10 minutes.
Nice.
Like I got my shield back.
And I'm hiding again.
And
You can
That's your turn?
Click your token to give yourself concentration icon. Foundry's awesome.
yeah, there's actually, if you right-click your token, there's an icon for that.
Oh, you don't have monks
Wow.
installed. Ah.
Yeah, I still have to give them the proper nice descriptions, but you can also just pick an
Yeah.
icon that you think looks good on you.
Oh gosh.
As long as it
Yeah,
helps
so
you.
small.
Zoom in with your mouse wheel.
While you can
Yeah,
take
I'm
the time
looking
to
for one. Yeah,
Exactly. I'm going to. That was your turn, Delphine, right?
that is my turn. It's
All
like
right.
literally no movement, bonus action, getting that
Alright.
guy prone, yada yada.
So that brings us to the frightened guard who was about to be shoved out through the door, got intimidated by Dythun, and is starting to run away.
Uh-oh.
Which, Rebus, if you want to, you can take an opportunity attack.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh, good. 24.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
I'm taking
8
that one.
points of damage for
8
Rebus.
points. Like, as this guard runs away, you just like give a good whack in the back, and you're like, ah! And he runs through this short hallway ahead of you, and there's another door at the end, and he is using his free object interaction to open that door, and is
He
what
still
you-
gets to run away then,
yeah, exactly.
even if
You-
I hit him. Okay.
unless you have certain feats that can stop the movement. I think it's only Sentinel that actually ends the movement if you do that.
Mhm.
Opens the door, and behind the door, Rebus, you are in the best spot to see this. There's a Warforged standing beyond that door, and the
Ooh.
guard goes, "Back up! We need backup! They're coming out of the sewers!" And the Warforged just looks down. Affirmative. Igniting. Defense protocol. And then the head looks up and looks right into your, well, you don't really have eyes, Rebus, but looks into your lamp and is making eye contact. But that is that guard's turn. And at the top of round 1, I'm going to add that Warforged to the initiative order.
Let's go.
And
Bring it.
Warforged versus Warforged.
Big CGI fight coming up.
What's our budget to animate this fight? Hold on.
Oh, I wish.
And that does bring us to Dythun at the top of the round.
I think I'm going to attack the person in front of me again.
Which
now
since
prone.
Prone, you get advantage on the attack roll.
This is gravity catvantage.
Yes. 5, 6, 8. No. 18. I don't know why I'm so
18?
bad at math today.
18 just hits.
Perfect. Ooh. 12, I think it's 12. Yeah. Yeah, 12 points of damage. Non-lethal still.
Yeah, no, still non-lethal.
Mhm. Just kind of like
You wanna
taking
do
the butt of the great axe, like boom,
Go to sleep.
sleep. And then I'm gonna cast sleep by attacking again. Oh, 20.
Cast sleep by knocking the hell out of this person.
I just got it. That's like the cast sleep. Okay. What was the total on a roll, Austin?
20.
20. That also hits, so roll damage.
8 on that one.
8 points of damage. Yeah, you certainly cast maybe not sleep, but certainly concussion on the guy. And you hear like your second attack hits like the helmet, and it's almost as if you hit a bell. You're like gong as you hear him from inside there. Oh, how very uncomfortable. And anything else on your turn?
What is wrong with this person? Do I hear the stuff down the hallway or no?
Yeah, you hear shouting, and you heard a very mechanized voice from down the hallway. You certainly are audibly aware that there's more coming.
Right. Harral went that way to the. You said to the east.
Yes, to the east. Yeah.
We hear a humming from the north.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dythun is just gonna like jump over this guard. I really want to know what's up to the north. I hate that it's humming. I don't like that.
We'll fix that after our friends are concussed.
I think I want to jump down here and open the door to the south. Just
Oops,
to like.
Sorry.
Does the guy get
Okay,
a swing?
cool.
At disadvantage, though, right? Or no? Well,
Oh, he's oh yeah. If the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls while they're prone. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna try. I'm at least gonna try.
Ooh, if he still gets an attack of opportunity, then
Yeah.
That is at disadvantage.
just from the
That
floor, just
That is a total of 14.
Nope.
That does not hit, and you do open the door leading to a very short hallway, and at the end of the hallway there's another door. And now with this door open on your turn, you can still hear from beyond the door, you can hear like there's a bzz, 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 and then you hear a Gods be damned sound from beyond that door.
Wait, the door to the north or the door that I'm looking at?
No, the door that you open, past that door is another door after a very short
Yes.
hallway. And beyond that door in the south, you hear that sound.
Right.
So from
Okay, so
His direction.
probably not an exit. Good to know. Okay, that's my turn.
That is your turn.
Well,
and
okay,
that
I
brings us to-
used like 20 feet of movement. I'm gonna go there. Okay, now it's not my turn.
Gotcha. That brings us to Rain Undinath.
2 questions.
Yes.
So I recently learned that range damage technically cannot ever be non-lethal. What say you for spells? Can they be ever casted as non-lethal? My gut says
That
no,
really-
but that's your call.
That really depends on the spell. If you cast Disintegrate, that's gonna be non-lethal. But what kind of spell were you thinking of?
Oh, frostbite, mind sliver, shocking grasp, the usual. No. I'm okay with no, but I'd like the line going forward. I feel
I
it's a
wouldn't
no
say
too.
those could be non-lethal because that's just not you can't like with a melee attack like you can like be like, oh, I like hit like some kind of part that makes you unconscious, but with a spell that's different.
Noted. Totally noted. Second question: how's that guard on the ground looking?
Terrible.
I'm whoosh, fly over. I'm gonna lower myself 5 feet, and I'm a bonk.
You're gonna bonk?
I'm a bonk. I pull out my my frosty-looking staff, and from the ground, bonk with advantage because prone. Math. 14 plus 4 is 18.
That just hits.
Cool. That's a 1d6 plus 1 80 damage. That is a total of 3 bludgeoning damage.
3 bludgeoning damage. Nice.
And I'm gonna float back up because he already took his reaction.
That's true.
Well, before I fly up, and I'll give myself to move it back, I'm kind of curious. And I'm also, with my foot dangling downwards, kick that door open with my free object interaction.
And you see down a hallway that has turns to the left at the right at a certain point. And the humming got louder as you opened this door.
Interesting. And with the rest, That's my total movement. I'm gonna. No, I'm gonna stay from this door. Action, bonus action. That's my turn.
That's your turn. That brings us to Rebus.
Right.
Finish.
Apart from this guard in front of me down the hallway, right? And the one behind, obviously.
And
Where's
there's
that
also-
Warforged? Oh, it's behind.
Good.
Okay.
Right over there.
Yep. It seems like they have this one guard on the ground covered, so I'm going to rush towards oops, did not mean to do that, towards these two. Since they were asking for reinforcements. And as I'm rushing, I am entering into rage, and so my blades are changing, and I am turning into this bestial form with a tail made of cables. Yeah, and I'm going to go and attack both of them.
Let's go.
We'll see if I hit. I'm going to try. I also shout just with a loud roar, since we're supposed to make a bit of a ruckus. And I'd like to see the comparison of me being a more strange bestial machine as opposed to this very proper warrior warforged.
Right.
So first hit to the guard in front of me, so 24 to hit.
Yeah, that certainly hits.
13 points of damage with my glaive.
That.
I will leave it up to you, DM, if I manage to do non-lethal damage or if it is lethal damage. Because it's harder to control when I'm raging. So
That's true. That is very true. And as you
I'd be happy to roll a die or
shift over into your bestial form, like towards the end of your shifting, you bring down your strike with the glaive on the first one, and there's just enough restraint in it to knock out this one. But this one goes to the ground pretty hard, but the moment you bring that one down, he falls to the ground, and you have a clear line of sight to the Warforged that's standing there, looks at your form, and that enemy Warforged is just looking at you, ready for a hustle and tussle.
yeah, it just hears like from Rebus. I'm going to try to roll really badly. 11 to hit. I don't think that really does anything.
Was this an attack with your glaive or with your tail?
With my glaive.
Your glaive. So the moment the glaive goes in, this Warforged actually has, instead of one hand, there's a sword attached to the wrist, and the Warforged just like almost lazily lifts the sword and parries your glaive, and just keeps eye contact with you.
Fair. Yeah, that will be it. And
That
Rebus
will-
is making a mental note to get a new weapon, a pair of light melee weapons.
All right.
Just,
That brings us to the guard on the ground, who is going to spend half his movement to get up. Moves over here to Dythun, and is going to attack.
Fun.
Oh, DM, I forgot to put the extra damage on the from raging.
Yeah, but he was
Um,
already he was
for the
down.
guard that I hit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was down. He's unconscious.
true.
It was
Okay,
painful.
Never mind.
What's also painful is that I rolled a 1 on the first attack of
Ouch.
this guard. And the second attack is a total of 16. Does that hit? No, wait, you actually also have the Shield of Faith.
With Shield of Faith, no.
Nice.
That does not hit. Coming
I'm
in
back
great.
up to 18 with that.
And the blow goes nowhere. That was half movement to get up. 5 feet to get down there. This is remaining 10 feet to get over here. If Dythun wants, you can get an opportunity attack in.
Oh, yeah. 21.
Yeah.
7 points of damage.
You smack him on the back, but he's still running away. And you can hear like, reinforcements? Reinforcements?
Coward!
And that ends his turn and brings us to Delphine down beneath the hatch.
Okay. So that guy is calling for reinforcements. We're already fucked.
Oh, get him then.
Okay, cool. What do I do? Okay, yeah, cool. I climbing out of the hatch, probably half my movement to do that.
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
then basically swiftly moving over. Like, he's probably taller than me, which is good. Moving here so that I can still like giving with the back end of my rapier like a attack in his back, so that I probably hopefully kick him
Finish him
over
off.
there. Yeah,
Are you doing this non-lethally?
Non-lethally.
Okay, like
that's why
Right.
with the handle of the rapier,
Gotcha.
not with.
gotcha. Give me an attack roll for the handle of your rapier.
Could even have said the handle of the gun because this is fucking heavy that stuff. Okay. Ew, that are numbers.
They are required in math.
Yeah, true. 24.
That hits, yeah. Roll damage.
That requires more numbers.
They are a vital part of this game.
Yeah. 13.
Third.
Out finally.
And as he just was finishing shouting through his helmet for reinforcements, you just whack him with the back of your rapier and he just falls over. You hear the clattering of his armor and everything. Helmet rolls off on the ground. He's unconscious.
Looking to the other two that I can see, like mouthing, "Can we get out of here now?"
And that's your turn?
That was my turn.
Right. That brings us to the Warforged, who parried Rebus' attack. And the Warforged is going to step in closer to Rebus and is going to make an arm blade attack against Rebus. Pretty sure a 13 does not hit.
No, it doesn't.
And there's a second attack coming in with the same arm blade. Does a 20 hit? Pretty sure it does.
Wait, I'm going to use my reaction to use my tail to try and parry that attack. I get to roll a d8 and add that to my AC, so we'll see.
Get a d8 and add that to your AC. Gotcha.
Oh no! Oh, it was a 3, so it goes up to a 19, which is
just a little bit. Yeah.
It's one
So,
short. Oh
yeah.
well,
Mm.
worth a try. Bad luck.
No worries, no worries. We got that in there, and that means 5 points of slashing. Halved is 2 points of slashing damage to Rebus. And
Fine.
the Warforged looks at you as the tail tries to come in between. The Warforged pushes that aside, still brings in the hit, and just looks at you. Cold determination in this Warforged phase. And that does end this turn. And before we continue with round 3, let's take a little 5-minute break before we continue with this combat, where you keep on luring in new participants into this fight.
Yay.
Take a chance to refill your drinks, stretch your legs, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. See you then.
Toodles.
And we're back. All right, quick little break, stretching legs, refilling drinks, getting some warm sweaters so we don't freeze while we fight some guards in the basement of House Lyrandar. We are currently at the top of round 3 in our little diversion fight. And if I'm not mistaken, leading round 3 is our favorite Leonin fighter, Dythun. Dythun, what would you like to do on this third round?
I'm your favorite Leonin fighter?
You are. You are.
That's
Wow.
incredible.
Ah.
Can I? Oh, I'm not ruling. Haha. No wonder it wasn't moving. There we go.
Oh yeah, this guy is
I
no more.
don't have any way to attack that Warforged. So, that was 10 feet of movement. That's 15, 20, that's 30. Does that 5, 10, 15, 20? Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna start running down the hallway that Rain opened up.
Mm-hmm.
And like as Dythun kind of runs by this door here, just shouting to Rebus, like whatever part of their consciousness is not in let's fight this thing mode. Rebus, let's start moving this way. And kind of or collide with a wall if I go that way. Okay. Oh no.
Always those walls.
Oh no. Oh no. I can't.
What happened?
Where did I go? Thank you.
Well, because I'm floating above, so.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Dythun's lost forever. Yeah, he'll just start running down that hallway.
Perfect.
Keeping an eye out for any kind of doors or pathways.
Gotcha. Moving down that hallway, the humming sound that you heard earlier gets louder and louder the further you walk down that hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Rain, hovering in the air. It's your turn. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna fly over here, and I see 2 Warforged going at it, and I'm going to target the Warforged soldier with a frostbite attack. Can it do a probably good at these Constitution saving throw?
It knows how to do these. That is a total of 5.
Yay! I can take 1d6 cold damage. Nice, that's a 6. And I love these cantrips that have ands. It has disadvantage on its next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Oof, that's very useful. That is certainly a big if. As its gears get a little bit frozen and is stiff in its movement. Perfect. Anything else you would like to do?
And I'll say, Metal Pals, both of you, won't you come this way? And Rain didn't know what was down here. So I'm gonna, I started 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, I have 30. And I heard things, or now
Yeah.
I'm hearing things. Any
Yeah, if
difference
you-
in the things I'm hearing?
Yeah, you as you go over there again, you can hear from that door that you're now looking at. There's an open door in front of you, and past that is another closed door. You hear a, yes, that's how it's done. But where are these noises coming from?
Ooh. And they just kind of look excitedly at that door.
All right. That leads us to Rebus. Is duking it out.
Yeah, I am going to attack again.
Sure.
Just twice.
Go ahead.
18 to hit.
That hits.
Hey, excellent. So after trying to parry with my tail and failing, I'll just shove the glaive into their face. 14 points of damage.
And you added your rage damage to that?
Yeah, I did. Indeed.
It carves deep.
And I'll do that again.
Oh.
13 to hit.
That does not
I
hit.
don't
No.
think. Okay. And after missing the second strike, I get frustrated, but something. I hear Dythun's voice just telling me to stop and go find him, so I will do that. And I will move 10, 15, 20.
You try to
25.
make an opportunity attack
30.
at disadvantage
Mhm.
due to the frostbite that was
Sure.
put on it. That's a total of 8. That does not hit.
Nah, that doesn't hit. How much movement did I use? 30?
Yep.
I'll do
That's 35 now.
35. I'll go right by Dythun. So you hear this metal clanking of someone running towards you, and it just stops right behind, and
No, I
looks
know
past
that's you.
whatever
That's
is.
still terrifying every time. I love it.
That's your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Delphine, you just saw Rebus rushing by to the north. You see Rain hovering towards the south with a glee on her face. What would you like to do?
So I knew that there was a fight going on between the two Warforged. So probably that one Warforged will try to follow Rebus. And Rain is occupied with her own stuff. Oh god.
Just do it.
Yeah, I'm a bonus action Searing Smite on my rapier, and I'm holding an action until that other Warforged passes by.
And then you attack them.
And
with her
I'm
action.
holding an attack action.
All right. Bonus action making that rapier of your glow
Mm-hmm.
and
Searing
launching
Smite
it.
concentration?
good question.
Yeah, it's a concentration spell. Like 90% of all.
So the shield would.
the shield vanished from Dythun,
Yes.
but at this point he doesn't need it. He can just use his own shield.
All right. So you have that Searing Smite and that attack ready. That was your bonus action, and you're holding your action. And I'm
Yes.
assuming you're going to hold your position, so that
Yes.
would be your turn?
Yes.
Gotcha. Which does indeed lead us to the Warforged, who is going to march over here. And that means that you can make your attack, Delphine.
Okay. Come on, give me a good number. Math. 17 plus 8.
Yeah, it hits. It hits.
Yeah. And I'm putting a smite on top of it, like normal divine smite, which is like 2d8 plus
Your searing smite.
2d6 plus, so 3d8 plus 2d6. Okay.
Nice.
So, oh, that's not bad. That's in total 32 points of damage.
As the Warforged comes walking out, you hear the cling, 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 cling as it moves. You're waiting already around the corner, fueling your rapier with a smite, with your searing smite, and you just bring all of that down. The Warforged, your superheated weapon from the searing smite, just melts through the plating of the Warforged, and he just falls on his knees and then face plants on the ground, and there's just this sound as he's
Wake!
and that, well, it was the Warforged's turn, but you kind of ended it. And
Thankfully.
that does bring us to the top of the round, where I'm briefly, before we start that round,
More friends, more friends.
a door opens here, just south of Rain, and there is a man in robes covered in soot stains, or it looks like something like that, like has like this what do you call it? The thing you also wear in a kitchen, but it's made out of
Apron?
leather.
Apron.
Yeah, but like a butcher's apron on, but it's covered in soot stains and burn marks, and there's still some like static in between his fingers, and he looks at you. You don't belong here. And
No, you.
he is also going to roll initiative.
Come on, roll bad.
Mage fight.
Mage fight. Oh. Bleh.
What was that sound?
Damn it. Uh-oh. I'm in
Yes.
danger.
And,
Well, Harral's invisibility is in danger.
that brings us to the top of the round, to Dythun, who is completely unaware of what's happening further south, but you are in a hallway. Rebus is right with you. What would you like to do?
What's so fun is if Rebus and Rain weren't there, I still have a way to attack this person, but I can't do that because I could just lightning javelin. But don't want to hit my friend, so I won't do that.
That's not nice. Don't hit your friend.
I will duck. It's fine.
I don't think. Well, either way.
You're unaware, said the GM. So.
Yeah, I don't even know they're there. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll keep going forward till one of these branching pathways.
Perfect. And you go forward and you see branching to your left and right. The humming gets pretty loud here. And to your left and right, you can hear humming from doors on either ends of these shorter hallways.
Humming from both sides?
Yeah, you hear humming from here, and you hear humming from there.
Oh.
Ba-la-la-la-ling, ba-la-la-la-ling.
So,
Um,
twice the
I
opportunity to smash something. Ooh.
all right. I guess I'll go to the left, and I open just kind of swing this door wide open.
You open it, and you see, you hear a little bit sound of rushing water, but spanning over that stream are these three kind of magical barriers through which the water seems to rush. And there is a bit of a smell of ozone in here, as some kind of magical device apparently is doing something with the water here.
Let me see. 9 intelligence. I'm just gonna close that door.
Because it's water and you're a cat.
I don't know what any of that is. Just close the door back.
All right. Anything else you would
That's-
like to do in your turn?
Nope.
All right. That brings us to our robed and aproned friend down here, who looks at Rain. Rain, you're still hovering, right? Yeah, you're
Yes,
hovering.
10 feet. So maybe just looking past it because it doesn't look up. I don't
Okay.
know.
He looks at you. There's still like some magical static in his hand. He said to you that you don't belong here. He moves his hands and everything around, gesticulates, and he's going to cast a spell. Are we already in the part of the game where there's a chance where you could counterspell or something?
Shit. If I say nothing, does Marcus just keep doing that for the rest of the stream?
Yeah, I'm just doing this.
He says, "You don't belong here," and I say, "No, you." And as I blink, my eyes go completely black, and I counterspell.
All right. At third
make
level,
my-
I presume.
Ooh, let's go!
Yeah, that's where it starts at, right? Let me double check
Yeah,
that.
third level is where it starts at.
Bam.
That means that I, however, still have you do a charisma roll.
Oh my goodness! It's oh god, ow.
Yeah, sadly.
Wait, why am I rolling?
Yeah.
This? Okay.
You can roll
what-
if you want.
The
Whatever
Carol
makes-
die. Don't fuck me, Carol. My plus is 15.
You say no, you, and the magic dissipates as he looks at you. What do you mean, no, you? That's not something people say. And he
Isn't it?
he shuts the door and does something, and that actually brings us to Rain's turn.
A more logical thinking player would think otherwise of this, but it's Rain, and she's absolutely going to bite this hook. She's gonna. First, we're going to go higher up, just in case it matters.
15 feet is the absolute max.
Oh dear, I committed.
Commit to the
And
bit.
yep, as soon as I'm in the hallway, I already see things. And I have to go down, I guess, a bit.
little.
And a little. Oh, I'm 15 feet up. Now I want to stay up here. I don't know what the reach on that
Wanna
thing
stay
is.
up there? Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay up there.
What you can see as you open the door again, you see in the room ahead of you is what looks like a workbench in the center. And flanking each corner of the room are these fountains with extremely clean water. This is purified water in these little fountains that you not see on the map yet because of your corner, but your character would see them, so a little bit of cheating here. But you also see that where this robed figure stands, and at the edge of the door, you see a Warforged unit turning their head towards you as you open the door, and you just hear the Warforged, "Intruder detected," to which the person in the room says, like, "Yes, of course, that's an intruder!" Anything else you would like to do in your turn?
Okay, I still have an action. I'm going
Oh,
to
yeah, you do.
toss 5 feet. No, why are they so far apart? Excuse me, because it's a brand new situation. I am
no
going to
worries.
cast fog cloud in front of me. Let me find where I can tick it off for funsies. And the fog cloud is essentially going to go like there. Let me double check this.
What level is the fog cloud?
First level.
It's getting counterspelled.
Bleh. Okay.
So
Delete.
as you're starting to weave that magic, that the guy in the apron just goes like, "No, you!" and just waves a hand to dismiss the magic.
Oh, okay. So my last movement I think I have is that much, and I turn around and I say, more friends, and that's my turn.
Perfect. That is indeed, and that brings us to Rebus,
I say
who
this nice and loudly.
would hear indeed. You hear Rain's voice, "More friends," but you also saw Dythun running up ahead. Rebus, what are you gonna do on your turn?
Did we like? I'm a bit lost because I can't see that much, but because Rain is to the south. Did
Yes.
Dythun, where are you right now?
To the
I'm
north.
to the north and I went left.
Okay. Why are we like
Make a
just
decision
going
on
all
where you
kinds
go,
of directions?
because it's fun.
Rain, do you look like you're going to like go into this place with this wizard, or
I went in
are
and
you
I'm
retreating? Like,
I went in and I'm briefly dipping out, but I cannot retreat because of my movement limitations.
but you were like going back. That's what I was asking. Like you were
I was going back more
backwards.
to give myself. I'm not running away as in I don't want to deal with them. I'm moving back as in I need space so I'm not funneled into the pain I'm going to receive soon. I'm moving back, but not retreating. If that makes it clear.
Yeah. And Delphine, where are you right now? Oh, you're still in the. Okay, you're
I'm
still in the hallway.
still next
I'm
to
like
the
my
one
vision is
door,
very
yeah.
like, limited right now, so yeah.
You can still
Yeah.
move.
I'll go. I heard there was another like Warforged getting activated, so I'll go help Rain. That's 40 feet
And you
of
do
movement. I don't know if Rain, you will let me go past.
No,
I'm
she-
on top
she's
of
up.
you.
Yeah, she's hovering up. She's in the air, and you actually
Okay, good.
you
good.
rush into that room, Rebus, and immediately past the corner, you're standing next to another very similar Warforged unit to the one that you earlier fought, and who just quickly responds, "Another intruder approaching."
Say hello to my big friend.
I'll just just look at this Warforged and try and hit it with the glaive.
Swing away.
Natural
Oh.
20.
Oh.
Nice. Double that damage. Let's go.
+2, right?
Yep. You don't double the +2, but you just add a +2 on
8.
top.
18 points of damage.
You come in like a comet as you swing away, brandish your glaive, smack that into that Warforged, who's hardly ready to even respond to that as quick as you bring that in. And you just hear,
Literally just snap my head and
yeah, comes in full force, crushing some plates of the armor already, as you can hear the grinding sounds of parts crashing into each other. And there, if Warforged could exhale, there would have been like oof coming out, but there's just a from the servos and parts that try to readjust to the blow.
oh, I love hitting things. I will do it once again.
Sure.
25 to hit.
Yes. Roll damage.
15 points of damage.
Another
Almost as much as
Punishing.
the critical.
boom. You bring that second blow in there as well, and that Warforged is already trying to keep balance on their feet as you just entered the room.
That
Anything
will
else
be
on
it.
your turn?
No. Just
No. All right. That does bring us then to Delphine de Lyrandar.
Okay. Remind me. I have never been in this level of the estate.
You're aware of what is in the basements and the levels, but you would either not have been here before, or you would have not spent much time here. So you're not really familiar with it.
Okay, but would I have somewhat of a clue where it's the best way to go and to get out of here?
Considering that the guards came from this direction, from this hallway, you would assume some of these basement levels, they have guard outposts or like rooms where the guards are stationed and have their break rooms and everything. The guards came from that direction. Maybe there's like a guard station there, and usually that would be a way, that would be one exit. But on the other hand, Harral went in the other direction, so that must also be a possible exit somewhere.
Okay. So, but I can basically be positive or like... So which direction did you went? North or...
Harral went
East.
East,
So-
and you could also assume that west could also be a potential exit.
Okay, but north and south, like, no.
Unlikely.
Unlikely. Okay, giving... I think Rain is pretty much focused right now on what is going on in that room.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
There.
yeah, maybe she noticed or not, so I will just go like, so, psst, Rain, I try to look what's down there, to the western side.
Bad guys, that's where they came from. As I go back to concentrating on the south room.
And then I will move downwards, like to this door.
Mm-hmm. It's open.
Is it open? I probably don't see any. I mean, there's probably no one else in there anymore since no one else came. Oh.
Oh, would you look at that? You step in.
I'm very smart.
Oh, that's probably nobody else here.
You step in, and around the corners, you see two more guards who are ready with their weapons already. Seeing you step in. Is there anything you would like to do? You know, like, it was your movement. You still have your action.
Oh God, I hit the stay somehow.
I like it.
What can I do? What can I do?
I am the lady of the house. Stand down at once, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. That will totally make them aware. What the heck? I'm using my channel divinity, the Marine Layer.
The marine layer.
Yeah. And immediately everything is covered in fog.
The marine layer is 20 feet.
In all directions, following my movement. And they don't see shit.
Yeah, that covers the room and parts of the hallway as you fill it with your smoky marine layer.
These guards probably just hear like, shit, that everything went smoky.
Anything else you would like to do?
Oh, I have spent like all my... Is this a bonus action? I think that's an action to do. Yeah, it's an action.
Yeah.
Hey, cool, I'm standing there. That's all I can do.
That is all for now. And at the top of the round,
Friends!
I'm just going to add some friends to the battle.
Mental note to players, because I'm making a mental to myself. We should pick the bodies of the unconscious guards for like keys or whatever.
That's
Good
a
idea.
smart idea. Tell me later
Yeah.
when I don't have two guards in my face.
Yeah, I'm saying it now so past Ida future Ida can look back on past Ida and be like reminded.
Future Ida can look back on past Ida.
Yes.
Oh rocks.
These?
Putting that over
They're
there.
not
All right.
rolling too good.
All right. All right. Yeah, they're rolling great. Dythun, how about it's your turn? Show us what great
Oh.
rolling is.
I'll show you what great rolling is. I move forward and open the door.
And you see
Shit.
another similar room, again with arcane devices and water fill, the same humming sound. It seems as if both of these rooms might fulfill a similar function.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay. Looking in the room, is there any way to leave from this room?
How do you
where's the
feel
water
about,
coming from?
How do you feel about swimming?
Not great, but
Okay. Then you're not gonna like what I'm going to tell you. The only way to probably leave this room, you can see in the northern end of the room, there is the water seems to be rushing out of the room in that direction. And there's probably, if you dive into the water, there must be some kind of pipe or something that you could probably dive in and swim through.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Run back here. I'm going to dash down to here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's all I can do right now.
As you rush down there,
Yeah,
thinking
that's
about
my
if swimming is
turn.
an option. And that is your turn, and that brings us to the wizard here, who is seeing this new Warforged entering the room, dealing some massive blows to the other Warforged. And this caster looks at Rebus and is about to cast a spell.
Yeah, it can.
Cool. Rebus, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
You got this, Rebus.
Why, certainly, I will try. Five.
As you were just filled with your rage and power, Rebus, it feels as if your perception is changing angles. You feel a lot closer to the ground. Your entire form seems smaller. Rain, you see what's happening. Rebus has been polymorphed into a little rat that is now sitting on the ground, and the wizard looks at Rat Rebus, Ratus, if you will, and looks at it. Okay, that has been dealt with, and is going to close the door again. And
How dare!
Which leads us to one of the guards who is up
Bye.
in the marine lair of Delphine, so it's heavily obscured, and it's just going to fumble his way through. Like, fumbling around, wasting movement, and trying to generally find the door. And that leads us back to Rain, who is once again, in front of a closed door.
How dare! I guess I have to float. These doors are not 15 feet high, I assume.
No, you have to be at, like, they
Yeah,
don't
I
go
go
up
down.
all the way to the ceiling. You have to go a little bit down a bit.
I'm gonna spend movement to go down, and with my foot, can I kick it open?
Yes, sure you can.
I see Rat Rebus.
Yeah, you see Rat Rebus, like,
Rebus.
I'm gonna get one free object interaction per turn, right?
yeah. And you
Okay.
already kicked open the door.
Yeah, I cannot pick up Rat Rebus.
Nope.
I don't really have anything. I'm 10 feet up already. Damn it. Okay, we're gonna commit. We're gonna commit. On the mage,
Uh-huh.
I'm casting a spell.
Go ahead.
Cool. I'm casting Chromatic Orb, and I am choosing fire damage. And that is at level 1, and that is a melee spell, range spell attack. A spell attack.
Ranged, right? And you're
Ranged.
within 5 feet of your target. So
No, I'm
that is
10 feet up.
right? Yep. Go ahead.
On the Caro dice, that's an 18 plus math.
Hits.
Thank you, Caro. And I said that was at level 1, so that is 3d8. Ooh, bad. 3, one more. 7 fire damage, and the concentration check, I hope.
You do hope, and your hopes are answered. I have to roll a concentration check. DC 10 Constitution. Rebus, you had a very brief experience how it is like to be a rat, and as you hear flying over you chromatic magics, the mage next to you being battered by it, your shape returns to your regular one with the same rage you experienced earlier, and maybe an experience in life richer, but you are no longer a rat.
Since
Raged rat.
since Rebus usually goes kind of in a quadrupedal almost form when they change into beast forms, I imagine that they just get up and like still have the position of a rat with the tail behind them, but like
Right.
it's machine Rebus now. Just confused.
For the rest of my turn,
Um,
I look at the mage, look down at Rebus, and make a face, and that's my turn.
That's your turn. Perfect. That brings us. It does bring us to Rebus, who is right next to the Warforged and that wizard.
Indeed. I will attack the wizard out of purely you did a thing to me that felt really weird, and I am now more angry somehow. So just yeah. Oof. 26 to hit. It was almost a
Yeah.
natural 20. 13 points of damage.
Nice. Bum! That goes in. You want to do that again?
Yes.
Also to the wizard or to the Warforged?
Yeah, also to the wizard. I don't know if it will hit. Is it 12?
That just hits the 12.
I mean,
So
You
squishy.
kind of you caught this wizard off guard and didn't get to make all the
Just 7
preparation.
points of damage. I rolled a 1 on the damage.
Still 7 points of damage as you bring in that second blow again. Just what? Where do these come from? Ah! Battering that wizard. Anything else on your turn?
No, I'll stay where I am.
Perfect. And that brings us to another guard in the marine lair, bumbling around. It's like, what the? Where did she go? What is going on? Did you find the door? No, where's the door? They're just shouting at each other, bumbling around in here. And that does bring us to Delphine.
Okay, I'm running thin on spells. Anyway. Okay, I see both of them, so
Yep.
I will move quickly behind that guy, giving him an attack with the rapier with which still this year's smite on, and I'm putting a normal smite on top of this because why not? Fuck it. Everything is gone now.
Let's go.
Huge money. This is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, cool. 6. 6 and 3d8. The satisfying
That's the
thing of
sound
life
of
looking for-
maths.
Yeah. And then a 48. Okay, cool. This is okay. And this is much better, so 10, 18, 21, 27, 34 points of damage. Non-lethal.
With a smite?
With a smite, I'm not going to say that's going to be non-lethal if you're smiting in there. That's...
fuck.
So you bring that down, and the guy right in front of you, with the searing smite and the regular smite, is doing like as he's being brought down by that might.
Okay.
I think do you have a second attack?
I have a second attack. Is he still alive?
He is down on the ground, and with that smite and all the power you pumped in there, chances are low he's alive.
Okay, cool. Second attack on the offer guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck, I already fucked up.
The problem with murder hobos is you never start out with the intention to be murder hobos.
18.
Hits.
Oh gosh. I'm not smiting this one since I only have one level 1 spell left.
god.
Do you drop the searing smite then?
No,
Yeah,
I'm not dropping the searing smite, but I'm not on top smiting.
let me quickly double check something on the searing smite.
It's a concentration.
I know, but...
Oh, the word could or can.
So, the next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon flares with white-hot intensity, and the attack deals an extra 1d6. So, basically, what would have happened when you put that Searing Smite on there, the first time you hit that with your prepared action, the Searing Smite would have been expanded already, because
Okay, cool.
that was on there. For this case, let's say the Searing Smite was expended on the previous attack, on the guy that you did finish,
Yeah.
but you're no longer concentrating on the Searing Smite because that has been expended. So you can do normal damage if you want to, or you can put just regular Smite in there, but then it will not be non-lethal.
I'm doing normal damage.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, dice got one max damage, they get max damage, that's 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage as you're beating up that guy next to the door. He's like, oh, wait, there she must be. Oh! Anything else on your turn?
No.
No. All right.
No.
That brings us to the Warforged
Shit.
right next to Rebus, who is going to take an attack against you, Rebus.
Try.
22.
Try me.
22. I'm pretty sure that hits.
No.
What?
Double checking silvery barbs. Yeah,
Oh, right, my darling, you're so lovely. Thank you.
I cast the spell. And you have to roll the d20 again and see which of those two rolls is lower.
Yeah, let's roll that d20 again.
And I give myself advantage.
Cool. I rolled a 17 again, so that's still a 22 in it. That is
It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
5 points of slashing, which is halved, so 2 points of slashing damage to Rebus. And there's going to be a second attack on Rebus. This is a 19 hit.
Bring it. I'm going to try and parry that with my tail.
Do the tail
Let's
thing.
see if I'm lucky. Do the tail thing.
Tail
Oh,
thing.
come on! I always roll one below. I needed to roll a 3 or more, but I rolled a 2. So,
That is, again,
these
5
dice.
damage, down half to 2, so 2 points of slashing damage. And
Yeah.
that does end this person's turn. We are back at the top of the next round with Dythun. But before we go into that, let's take our second break for today. It's already time again for the second break. We're going to take a little 5-minute break to see how this encounter goes for our final part of today's session. Take the chance to stretch your legs, grab some drinks, and we'll be back in 5. See you then. And we're back!
Hi.
Yeah, it's the third and final part of today's session, which happens to also be the final Convergence Manifesto session for this year. Our characters are a few rounds deep into a fight, which they did as a distraction to get Harral the assassin a chance to go up to the Matriarch of House Lyrandar. Our companions have been knocking out people, have been fighting other Warforged, have been turned into rats. So things have been a little bit wild, and we are at the top of the round with our strong, brave, and super cool Leonin, Dythun. What would you like to do?
I would like to run down 30 feet. It's gonna put me under rain again, and I'm not gonna be able to click my character. But I am then going to bait and switch with Rebus.
Right. That's where you
and-
basically switch positions with each other.
Yes, so I'm gonna pull Rebus back 5 feet and take their place. I'm gonna roll a d8. Where's the 8s? There they are. Let's use that one. That's a 6, so I'm gonna take that armor class buff of 6.
What?
Yep.
How long is that? Until-
I believe it's until the end of. Yeah, start of my
I
next turn.
believe it's
Start of my next turn.
forever.
No, start of my next turn. So I need Rebus to take a step back. There we go.
Yeah. Alright.
And then I'm just gonna turn and just lay attacks into this mage.
Sure you are. Swing away, Mr. +6 armor class.
Mm-hmm. I should have clarified earlier. I'm not trying to like retcon things. I put the axe away and pulled out the sword when I was exploring things because I wasn't expecting to be
That
fighting
makes
a whole
total
lot.
sense that you've been swapping out weapons.
Come back. Okay. You know what? It's the last game of the year. I'm going to use another natural catvantage. I'm going to
Here we
reroll
go.
that 3. That's a little bit better. It's a 15.
Against the wizard, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that hits.
Perfect.
Use natural
It's-
catvantage and test perfect. Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, that. Let's
The
go.
puns.
6 plus 2, 8
That's
damage.
8 damage.
That's how that math works. All right. One
You
more
want to do that
attack.
again?
Absolutely. I'd love to hit also. That's a 7 plus 5. What is that? 13?
That's
No.
12.
12.
That just hits the wizard.
Oh, okay, good.
That just hits.
Good. I'm going to make this a distracting strike just to try and add some damage to it. Where did that dice go? There it went. All right, so next attack has advantage. I get to roll an extra d8. That's 11 points of damage.
11 points. Yeah, there's that, especially that second attack, also with the distracting strike. With your sword, you also cut past the face of the wizard. You have like this clean cut over one of his cheeks. He goes like, ah! And he looks rough at this point.
Perfect. Action surge. Do it again.
Why?
I'm just gonna roll both
wouldn't you?
attacks at the same time, if that's all right.
The next attack has advantage due to the distracting strike, right?
Next attack, that's not me.
Okay.
Both of those hit. It's a 13 and a 15.
Both of them
They
hit.
both hit.
Both of them hit.
Perfect.
Low armor class.
Just rolling both of these to try and speed things along. 6 and 2 is 8, and a 3 and 2 is 5, so 13 points of additional, still non-lethal damage.
Still going non-lethal, and
Yes.
especially with that final blow that comes in more with like the blunt part of your sword, you book, hit the side of the neck of the wizard, and he just crumbles down to the floor and is unconscious.
Damn it! This should have been when I said I cast sleep, because that would make sense. Whatever. That's my turn.
Gotcha. Perfect. That was indeed your turn, and that brings us to. Nah, he's unconscious. He's not going to do anything. Brings us to Rain.
Woo! Okay, I'm going to move up 5 feet, and I started here. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I assume the Warforged can't reach me.
Nope, he can't.
Perfect. The Warforged is the enemy Warforged, of course, needs to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Intelligence saving throw. That's a 12.
That does not make it. That was a mind sliver, so it's going to be a 2d6. I should have rolled last time 2d6, but I forgot, so I'm just going to make it up with a good roll here. Oh, not bad. That is 8 psychic damage, and it makes a d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
You see from the mind sliver, as you project that into the mind of the Warforged, you see the Warforged, it seems like distracted, puts one hand to their head, and yeah, is quite shaken by that attack.
Yep. I'm just gonna move one more this way in case it gets silly to get on a table and try to smack me. Oops, sorry, meant to stay there. And that's my turn.
Perfect. That brings us to yet another Warforged, going by the name of Rebus.
Right. I can still hit them, right? I'm
Yep,
still within
around the corner.
range,
Yep,
even
you could.
from the corridor. Yeah, I'm just gonna do
Yep.
that. I'm just gonna do that.
Dythun just goes.
No, that's a 9 to hit.
No, that does not hit.
And a 14 to hit.
That also does not hit.
Did great on
Hangish.
the rolling. Okay, well that's it, really. No,
That's it? Right. Think we still have one of the guards over here that was actually just hit by Delphine, and still being heavily obscured at this point. The only indication the guard has where Delphine is by the fact that Delphine struck kind of the back of the guard. So I quickly have to double check.
Can
Heavily
make it with
obscured.
disadvantage, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there more to it? Creature suffers from the blinded condition. Yeah. And the creature's attack roll, has to make disadvantage. You are right. Going to make an attack roll at disadvantage against Delphine. No, that's a total of 7. That's not going to hit. But it has a
Okay.
second attack, also at disadvantage. Let's see how we're doing here. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Nope.
No.
In the mist, no hits, and that brings us actually to our local Lyrandar representative, Delphine.
I'm attacking him?
Yeah, fair. For you, this doesn't count as being heavily obscured, right?
No, because
So,
this is a spell
since
that
he's-
it's my channel divinity, yeah.
Yeah, so you get advantage on the attack roll because the other guy is still blinded because
Oh, cool.
he's heavily obscured. So you have advantage on it.
Okay, where's the die? Okay, well. Does 16 hit?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay, second attack.
Second attack.
Does a 17 hit?
No, just not enough. As you maybe still a little bit shaken from that smite that put out the other guy. You are
Yep.
unable to hit this guard as well. Anything
This
else
is
on
not
your
a
turn?
great. This is not a great day at all. Oh.
Delphine is having a terrible time.
Yeah.
She's just stressed.
Oh, that's all what I'm doing. I'm just staying here.
You're just staying there.
Oh no, wait,
Alrighty.
I'm moving one step
Okay.
closer to the door in case there's like, hey, I want to touch the door. No.
Smart.
Don't.
Smart. Alrighty. That brings us to that Warforged that got mind slivered, that got hit, but is still standing and is going to make an attack against. I'm just gonna try. Dythun, I mean the Warforged is going to attack you. I'm not attacking you, the Warforged is. Here's an attack roll against Dythun.
Good luck.
Yeah, no, 14 is not gonna make it. Second attack.
That's just 10 shy.
19 is also not gonna make it.
Ooh, darn.
Um,
So close.
Alright. It's not
Let's
working.
go.
How about
just a little
we
shy of 24.
like insane? Dythun, the man with the armor class. What are you gonna do?
Well, now it's gone because it's the start of my next turn. But oh, now it's gone. D&D Beyond. There we go. How about we hit this thing twice?
Oh, feel free. Be my guest.
That's a 18.
That hits.
Okay, good. Where's 8? There's 8. I'm gonna distracting strike. Why not? That's ooh, that's good. 15 points of damage.
You batter in with your sword, and
Still-
you.
I know I didn't say this before the roll, but I'm assuming still non-lethal.
Yeah. You
Okay.
like you batter in there, and also from traveling with Rebus, you have a bit of an understanding of Warforged physique. It's not like they don't have like any kind of sensitive spots where they just go unconscious or something, but you know which parts to hit to just turn off the motors to get the engine
Yes.
powered down, and you're getting very, very close to that part.
Oh, cool. Good thing I have one more attack.
Ain't that nice?
Oh, 18 again. Same roll.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know why I
hits.
had to think about that.
Do it again.
Once more with feeling. 6.
6. How do you knock out the Warforged?
I think it's more of like he goes to hit with the first one and then swings the shield under the leg and like knocks him to the ground.
Boom! You hear the rattling of steel on the ground as this Warforged is like shuts down as well. And at this point, we do have there's still just one guard that Delphine is dealing with in the marine lair, but Delphine, just to wrap the combat up,
Yep.
you are with that guard there, standing basically right next to that guard. What would you like to do with this guard, who's also, from what you can tell, pretty close to being done with this?
I try to knock him out.
Give me an attacker with advantage.
Oh yeah, now it's rolling good. That's a 27.
Yeah, with that, as he's trying to fumble towards the door, you notice that he's trying to reach for the door, but you're faster with the blunt side of your rapier, and you just ka-dunk, knock him out, and he's gone as well. And with that, we will
Can I
Drop
check
out.
if our god is really dead?
quick check. He's dead. He's
Oh,
dead. There's no
fuck.
more breathing.
Cool.
With that, we do drop out of initiative for now. However, you are still down here in this basement with a lot of unconscious people at this point. Rain, you still know your concentration on your invisibility spell is still up and running. There's no interruption to that. What would you like to do at this point?
Loot.
Yeah, as a Dythun goes to the wizard and starts picking pockets.
All right.
Rain goes for any cool components or liftable, shinies, wealth, riches.
Just basically looking around for any kind of stuff that you can find here.
Yep.
Let's see. As you're just looting the place. So if you're looting, first let's go with the valuables that you can find on the bodies.
Yeah.
Because House Lyrandar pays their people well. I would say.
I mean, it's nothing personal. I'm sure House Lyrandar also has insurance for this, and the people we've knocked out will get paid out. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
In a way, we've helped them.
Yes.
Combined on all of the bodies that you search, you can find 70 gold pieces.
Yay. 70.
70 gold pieces, 63 silver pieces,
Mm-hmm.
and 110 copper pieces.
Cool.
There is, on the wizard, slung to his hip is the wizard's spellbook,
Ha 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 ha.
and stowed in in the apron, there's a little pocket there. You see that there is a sending stone in there.
Just gonna hold on to that.
Most of the guards here wear pretty decent but not special heavy armor. They're well equipped. The weapons themselves are well made, but they're not magical in any sense. The Warforged, if you check the shut down Warforged, what you would find out if you check their bodies is that both of these Warforged have on the back of their hat there is a maker's mark on there that all of you at this point, since you have been in touch with this house, would recognize. This is the maker's mark for House Cannith. These are Warforged who were produced and maybe even given to House Lyrandar by House Cannith.
Nice. Once the loot valuables have been pilfered, Rain for sure would be looking around for other cloths to gag mouths. Rain is not any sort of sailor, so it's not like she cannot weld, but she just makes sloppy knots of their wrists or something. Takes their weapons away from them.
Right. Make sure that
Yes.
they're not armed and that they're unable to just get back to their weapons. That's the intent that you're going for, right?
Yeah. Nothing
Yeah,
else
Dythun's
interesting in
gonna
this
help
magical room?
Rain.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, Dythun's helping Rain tie people up and stuff.
Tied up. While you're all doing this, and also while you've been looting the place here, could I get a perception check from everyone?
Don't fuck me, Carol.
Oh.
Carol, fuck me.
Oh.
20 for Dythun.
That's a 12 for Rebus.
12 for Rebus, 3 for Rain, 20 for Dythun,
20 for Dythun.
and for Delphine.
Thank
22
goodness.
with a natural 20.
So,
Nice.
Dythun, Rain, you are pretty busy looting and tying people up, keeping the weapons away. And Rain, maybe you're very much focused on this part of making sure that the guards are unable to get away from here. So this might not draw your attention.
I focus too much on making them pretty bows because I don't actually know useful knots.
One guard has this very elaborate bow tie now on them. Dythun, sorry, not Austin. We don't know who Austin is in this
No,
game.
Austin materializes into the game right now.
Dythun, you, however, while you're helping Rain, you hear from the western direction, from the direction that more of these guards came from,
Yes.
there are distant sounds that are approaching. It's more as if there's like echoes of footsteps that echo down from upstairs. Still far away, like it's like really these faint whispers of echoes, but you picked it up, and Delphine, you also hear this. Like there are people coming. They're still quite a bit away. You still have a bit of time, but there are people who are coming.
Can I prepare the door so that it starts to open? Like put some stuff in front of it.
Absolutely.
There must be. There must also be like one of them might have a key to just close the door off.
I just
I was gonna
absolute-
say, Dythun, what was in the northern area?
nothing useful. Maybe. What's behind this door? Dythun's gonna open the door to the east.
That's the part where
Yep.
Harral went into,
Mhm.
so this might go directly into the house.
Yeah, you actually, if you open the door to the east, you see that there's a long hallway that goes fairly straight, and at the end of the hallway, there's a staircase that leads upwards. You hear from the staircase upwards, you hear that there's commotion at the end of that staircase.
So, Eivor, we are going back into the sewers, or you're telling us what you found in the northern part?
I hear
I
humming.
mean,
What is
look,
that? Is it magic?
So he's gonna close the door again. Okay, so to the north there's like water. It's going out. It might go back to the sewers, honestly, or it might just lead off the mountain. I have no idea. But there's water. It is a way out. I don't know if the sewers is safer.
It could also go in one of the pools outside.
I don't know what's here. A short little tour with Darian was not very informative of escape routes.
Rain, did I see it correctly that you go up into this room with the
Yep.
machines? Yeah,
Yep,
these are these strange magical energy fields that pass through the moving water. Rain would not have seen something specifically like that, but she would be no stranger to the concept of using magic for some kind of turbine energy idea.
So messing these things up would disrupt a lot of magical properties within the house, lights, wards, adding to the chaos, helping Harral, and maybe helping our escape. Yeah, Rain
Also,
wants
what
to
you-
cause chaos.
What you would also notice from here is something that Dythun also saw. All of you would be small enough to dive into the water and follow the stream of water to wherever it's heading. Though you're, of course, not sure where it is exactly heading.
I will, for courtesy, because we're going to start trying to be nice, call down the hallway. Join me up here. I think this is an exit, and I'm going to make some noise. It'll help.
I would have preferred the sewers.
Pish posh.
Dythun is like, are you breaking the things?
Yes.
Alright, fine. He'll go over here. He'll start breaking these off to the west.
Okay.
Just honestly, just hitting them with a sword and see if it does anything.
Well, they are magical, so Ren would assume you need non-magical things can't hurt magical things.
But
So
this
I
leads
think
me to
don't
my
know magic.
question: how are you going to go about breaking these?
this is not a contraption Ren is familiar with. This is kind of newfangled, industrialized magic tech, let's call it.
You would notice if you look at it that each of these barriers, they have on your side, they have what looks like a bit of a console attached to them with small buttons on them.
Buttons,
Is
reading,
Is any
studying.
of them like a big red button?
Can I overload it with electricity?
Do you have a spell for that? That could do that?
Yeah, I can chromatic orb. Well, it's all against creatures and bloody blah, but
Can it target? Does it specifically say that it targets a creature?
yeah. Let me see if I get something else. I doubt it. Creature. Well, I could spend a lightning bolt.
Actually,
and that any objects in the area are instantly in flame. But that's expensive. But I guess you could do that.
I have an idea.
Tell me.
Can I jump across this water?
You can, yeah.
Okay, like, is there room for me to theoretically stand over here?
Yes, there is.
Great. Dythun's just gonna shout down the hallway. Step to the side.
Is it okay that Rain is above?
I would
Yeah,
say
sure.
that, yeah.
So Dythun is going to target, this console,
Uh-huh.
and he's gonna throw his Javelin of Lightning and activate it. So 120-foot line of lightning. Or up to 120 feet.
Rain does that cute thing where she kind of floats upwards with her legs in a split.
And the
Um,
javelin flies through.
And it does not
Um,
say I have to target a creature. It just says throw it at a target.
That is very true. And as it flies through, you pierce through multiple consoles and parts of these contraptions. The energy of them is seeping out as you break them apart. Wild magical energy now flooding these chambers, and Dythun. Rain is up 15 feet. Yeah, it's only Dythun. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Sure. Oh, that's not bad. I don't have a bonus to that. Fun. That's good to know. 16.
16. There's a magical discharge that you can press yourself against the wall. I rolled a total of 3d6, and the total I rolled is 4 damage, which you halve because you succeed on the saving throw. So there's 2 force damage from this.
Ouch.
And also, these, whatever kind of lights there were on this floor, go out.
Uh-oh. No, Rebus.
All of them shutting down as these barriers, once you pierce the middle ones, the energy lashes over to the other barriers, and the humming sound first stutters. There's a as it just dies down, and you can only see the water gently rushing away as the DM looked into the future and knew a beatbox was coming. And
No, Rain flies over and picks up Dythun's tossed javelin,
Thanks.
and she kind of lazily flies past all the consoles with the javelin kind of hanging down, letting it dunk, dunk, dunk the consoles, the broken consoles.
What would that sound like?
ding-a-ling, 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 ding, ding, ding-a-ding, ding-a-ding, ding. Something like that, if Rain were musically inclined doing that.
I lob it over to Dythun.
There is another sound that is coming ever closer. The sound of armored boots that start coming down staircases.
Tempted to swim?
Dythun will just like
Do we have
run
an
back this
exit?
way.
Yes. This
Somebody
lovely water.
grab Rebus. I don't think they can see.
No, I am. Yeah, I mean, I would
Yeah,
have
you-
assumed I moved the direction you all guys
Yep.
went, because you know why
Yeah.
would I not? If I was able to come out of my that thing, there's
In more than a
no
minute.
to it. Sorry, we're fine.
Right.
Yeah, and you do. All of you are here together. There's still this strange lighting from the broken magical machines, and your companions make all of you aware that there is an exit. It involves swinging, It involves diving, and you're not 100% sure where it's going to lead you.
Right. I grab Rebus by the arm and I start dragging Rebus towards, like left, right, either one. Where are you going?
You pick.
Perfect. I mean, I can't
Right.
I can't follow you. It'll be fine.
Yep,
If you want to
nope,
take a deep breath.
I have
Guess we're
some
going to the left.
self-awareness.
I guess we're going this way now, and dragging Rebus along
Anyway.
because they can't see in the dark.
All right. You're making your exit there. The rest of the party, Rain and Delphine, you're also going in for a swim?
Yeah, I
Yes.
can't target myself anymore. Oh, wrong button, Ida. The purple space I made, I am whatever water is here or leaking out, I'm gonna freeze it on the ground. As 10 feet of frozen stays up for an hour.
Perfect.
So if anyone comes
Making-
this way, they'll be funny and slipping.
Is it some more black ice like you also did in the sewers, or if it's just frozen sheen of ice?
Well, actually, since I can change the color of the water,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna match the floor exactly.
Camouflaged ice. So
Nice.
that color's put on there, an extra trap for who's ever coming down. Footsteps are coming closer as Delphine and Rain are also gonna go for their dive.
Yes.
All
I
right.
think Dythun like hasn't jumped in yet. He's just kind of looking, like looks back to Rain. It's like, are
Pat,
we,
pat,
like,
pat, pat.
sure?
pat, pat,
All
pat.
right, fine.
I'll make
No.
a mental connection with Dythun in case they need extra encouragement in the water. And Rain will also take a deep breath just to it's okay, even I can do it.
Okay. He'll
Oh.
jump in.
All of you take a deep breath, jump one by one into the water, and the rush of the water, the speed of the water is already pulling you down into this pipe. Most of you, especially the taller ones among you, might have to put their arms close to their body to not bump against the edges of the pipe, but you're being pulled in the water rushing by you, bubbles escaping your mouth, and you have a sensation that you're going a bit, at a certain point, you start to go steeply downwards where the water is moving you, flushed out, and it takes you a good 2 minutes in here holding your breath underwater. For those of you that have to hold their breath, Yes,
I
Rain?
telepathically link out to Dythun and Delphine asking, do either of you need air?
I forget the
Constitution
thing to
based.
check for how you hold your breath, but I have a 17 Constitution. I
you
think
can
I can.
hold your breath up to a number of minutes equal to your Constitution modifier.
Oh, so then I'm good for 3 minutes.
Yeah, my air runs out after 1 minute.
Delphine, do you need some air?
It might be good.
Rain did take a deep breath that she does not need.
That's true.
I know what this implies, so it's basically no.
Good luck.
Yeah, I can take it.
How else would Rain transfer air? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's
Oh my
only
God.
fair.
Okay.
All right.
I can't force you to live.
Oh,
True.
actually, it's 1 plus the Constitution modifier.
Okay, I'm
So-
good.
Well, just double checking the rule here.
Shut.
Not
Those,
necessary.
those dastardly rules. To
Rain, remind yourself that Delphine would rather die. Okay. I guess that was the nail on the coffin.
that is oof. Honestly,
oof, yeah.
I need to add some
Ouch.
Adele songs to Rain's Spotify list. Okay, let's go on.
Somebody
as
set fire to
Rain
the rain.
is mentally constructing a new playlist, and there is some hello playing in the background as it's as you're going through this rushing water. Eventually, all of you notice light at the end of the tunnel. There is the remains of the evening light that you saw when you came in here is starting to come into into this water as well. And before you know it, gravity pulls all of you hard as you're being flushed out of a pipe and land somewhere, are about to fall somewhere into the water of the bay of Stormhome. One by one, coming out, and then crashing into the water, salt on your lips, the gentle waves rocking you as you're all out. And for now, safe. What do you do while you're floating around here?
I'm imagining Dythun like kitty paddling.
Why did Rebus just roll to attack?
What did I?
It just popped up
didn't.
on D&D Beyond.
No, that was from before.
Oh, okay. I guess it just lagged. Okay.
Why did it just? No. It was from before. I missed both of them too.
Never mind. He's trying to
What?
swim to like a rock or something.
I was like, why am I
Yeah, it's-
attacking? No.
Oh, I don't know.
Trying to get out of the water.
Yeah,
Right.
He's gonna find a
I'm
nearest
silently,
rock
I'm
or something.
silently, secretly the BBEG, and I'm going to kill all of you now.
You
I
can
knew
try.
it.
This
I'm
was
ready.
All of you can swim over
Order
to a rocky
60.
outcropping in the coast where you can like pull yourself up onto dry land as you look at the pipe that you fell out of somewhere on the edges of the city. What are you gonna do there?
So, do we just leave now?
If we're at the edge of the city, so we're at the edge of the city, not at the edge of the compound. It's not like we hear alarms in the distance or anything. Or you tell
No.
me.
No, you don't you're really, from what you can tell, you're not that far away from the place where you entered the sewers. You kind of went full circle, going back out into here to the harbor.
I guess going back
We
to
should
that
probably-
one shabby inn where we had been before.
To what end? Simply waiting on news from Harral.
Maybe. Might get new sewer, then we might like it.
Is there anything we need? Anyone else I should contact? Some of you surely have means to contact Matrix. Is it necessary?
I have no means to contact her.
Insight check? Is that true?
It's actually true.
No? Did you have a sending stone from her?
No.
Why am I thinking of a sending stone from her? No.
There was the saying that she will find us, not the other way around.
And Darien has ways of contacting her as
That-
well.
That's who it was. That's who it was. It's like
Yeah,
someone has sending
exactly.
stone to Matrix.
Mm.
Wrong,
Um,
Lyrandar.
Speaking of, I've the mage had a sending stone. I don't know where that goes. Probably a little dangerous to just randomly use that. But something to keep in mind. Also, what is the plan? Are we waiting for Harral? Because I mean, if it's a successful attempt, I'm sure we'd hear about it if we were here, or honestly, even back in Sean. So, like, are we planning to take action after that happens, or?
I would say yes.
Right, okay. So, staying close, right? Do we go back to the, that, really shitty inn that nobody, ever saw us at?
Yeah, exactly.
The Warforged. And yes?
No. That's not an inn.
We don't know about the Warforged.
Yeah.
There was
That was
this
where-
other where you took your long rest. You mean that tavern where you took that long rest?
Ah.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Not the
Sorry, my
way too
memory must be
small
failing
and
me.
fucked up bar.
You know, a part of me is a little disappointed that we're not going to see it to the end, even though I do know it is tactically better to let someone else do the dirty work. I wish I could be a fly in that room and know.
I mean, I think if any of us could, it would be you.
The temptation is there, I must admit.
Like, you literally could make yourself invisible and fly over there. Although, are they still invisible? How does that work?
DM, is my spell still up?
Spell is still up.
Harral is
Whoa.
has not failed yet. I mean, a guard could get lucky and swing and hit her, and I'd know.
Right, so, I guess until that runs out, we know it hasn't happened yet, right?
We can simply swim here. There's another 45 minutes left on the spell.
Should we at least get somewhere if we need, like, are we, like, at the base of a cliff, or are we, like,
You're
are
at,
we
like,
close to the
you're
city?
You're at a rocky, like, bit of a rock that juts out in the harbor with a view of the coastline, just a little bit of swimming away. So you can get back to the coastline,
Right, okay.
and from there travel back into the city or into wherever you would want.
Okay. But it's
How
not
about we
visible to
get-
go back the literal direction we just came from. Because of the current you specified and everything.
How do you mean that exactly?
Like we fell out, you said we kind of went out like a water
you fell
slide.
out of the pipe and everything. You could not, like, without all of you being capable to fly or anything, you
yeah.
could not get into the pipes in that regard.
How about we at least get onto, like, proper land, and then, I guess, just...
We can relax on that beach over there. If there's no guards or anything on it, of course.
Sure.
Ah,
Believe it or not, I like the beach, not the
a
water.
beach respite. Lovely.
Beach episode?
A beach 10-minuter.
Beach 10 minutes. Nice.
Beach episode, let's go.
All right.
All of you can
Is this an
easily,
anime?
all of you can easily swim back to the beach, which is not the most beautiful of beaches in this part of the city, but it will do. As you get out there, the waves gently rushing into the beach, and soggy clothing. Still not sure about how Harral is going to finish that job, but at least the party is back together, helped an assassin with another assassination attempt, and from here, we'll have to figure out how to close this chapter. But as we see the party drying their clothes and everything, maybe filtering out some water from in between their gears here on the beach, we see the camera pan upwards so that we get a clear view of the Lyrandar Palace in the high rise of the city. And just a little bit away from the party, somewhere in the depth
I like
of the
these.
Lyrandar Palace, all the guards are at high attention the entire day already. Whatever kind of ruckus was caused in the morning, the source of it has not been clearly identified. Every entrance, every door, every hallway, any guard available in the Lyrandar household has been called to service, even those who already had approved PTAs for today had to return to make sure whatever danger lurked can be averted. Maedrith de Lyrandar, in her officer's uniform, over her armor, walks through one of the well-guarded hallways in the evening. She's inspecting her troops, keeping an eye on things. She might be the only one in this entire household, well, maybe the only one, who actually knows more about the individuals that caused the situation earlier today. But her lips are sealed. She makes her way further into the palace, past guards that are not just having armor, but bandoliers of wands, each of them charged with a different spell. She shows her badge. She's allowed entrance through a few gigantic doors. She finds herself in the inner sanctum of Ch.5.5 de Lyrandar, a place of luxury. On a high dais is placed a large king-sized bed, silk drapes along its edges, covered in cushions. Guards in armor that looks as if it's made out of jade stand guard in this room. And Ch.5.5 looks down from her bed, from the dais, onto Madrith, who is at attention, bows her head. Baroness, outer perimeter is secure. We have not seen any sightings of the intruders, but there was an incident in the sewers. One of the security spells went off, and we have not heard back from Team Delta that has been stationed there. We are investigating the situation, and I will report to you as soon as I know more. Lady Ch.5.5, her red hair flowing past her shoulders, her prominent dragon mark covering her face, looks at Madrith. I want to hear every report, every detail. Bring it to me as soon as possible. Did you have any words on where Delphine is? Madrith looks away, thoughts racing through her head. She has ideas. She knows where Delphine could be. She could try to reach out, could prove her loyalty to the house. Instead, she looks up into the eyes of her matron, her matriarch. I'm sorry, Baroness. We are still searching through the city. We'll make sure to find her. Ch.5.5's expression grows dark, fury in her eyes. An essential piece to a puzzle she has been trying to put together for months is gone. You're dismissed, she says, poison in her voice. Madrith turns around and closes the door. Guards in their jade armor stand still, no expressions visible through the helmets they wear. Lady Ch.5.5 sighs, falls back into her bed, her arms spreads, and looks at the canopy above her bed. As we see that, seemingly from out of nowhere, something rustles the silken drapes at the edge of the bed. And a mild distortion is visible right next to the matriarch's bed. Outside of view of the camera, we hear heavy armored figures dropping to the ground. And that's where we're going to end today's session. And
No, Marcus,
session.
don't.
Would the spell be down?
Every time.
Yes, you would
Because
know.
once an attack is made,
Yes.
the spell breaks. But we
Yes.
don't know the
Yes.
after effect, so
Exactly.
fuck.
Exactly.
What?
Is where we going to
Wait,
end
like
today's
this is not fair. We have to wait until next year,
Mm-hmm.
Marcus. Please.
Yay.
That's frustration
Why?
right there.
This,
Do I play this? Why do I do this to myself?
this is my early Christmas gift to you.
Yeah,
To,
gift.
For the end of this year. Well,
This is why I only watch shows once like the whole thing's out.
Oh, you're a binge watcher?
Exactly.
Exactly.
we're going to pre-record the future sessions so you can watch them over the Christmas break. And
Okay, time to memorize the scripts,
Thank
of
you.
course.
Oh right. Sorry, I think I went off script a couple times.
so that was today's session, and as mentioned already, the final session for 2022. For Convergence Manifesto, we will be back in January, but that's not the final stream that we have on today, on Horde of Tales.
Today,
this
we can
year.
keep going.
There's more.
Another
We-
hour?
We do have already this week on Thursday, Amelia and her fantastic players will be back for another session of 12 Occult Eye, where they continue their very fascinating tale of witches and demons. So you should definitely tune into that. But that's not all, because a birdie whispered to me that a certain player in this group is going to run a game on this channel. And he hasn't run a game on this channel before, if I'm not mistaken. Austin, would you maybe quickly tell us what and when we're going to see of you and a lot of fantastic people as well on this channel?
Yes. So, I am going to be running 2 consecutive one-shots. The 6th and 13th of December. So like the next 2 Tuesdays where we would normally be playing Convergence Manifesto. I am joined by a great cast of people who have been very lovely to meet. We have. Am I able to like say who it is right now? Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Some of them are in
so-
chat.
Oh yes, I did see that. So we have. Caro is one of my players, which I'm very, very excited to have you here. We have, I don't know their ads outside of Discord actually, but we have Fab Flamingo, who I think is universally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We have Tall Nerd Apollo as another player, and is it just Kestrel? I don't know where
Kestrel.
their other
Yeah.
Kestrel. Yes, I don't know where their other ats are and everything at the moment. But
It's Hollow Compass _ is the Twitter.
yes,
Everyone else is their respective ones.
yes. And so we are going to be running in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition in my own little world I have created, an amalgamation of. There's some things that are kind of like Eberron. There are some things that are kind of like classic Forgotten Realms D&D. And I'm going to be introducing a bunch of new players to this channel, and hopefully you all to my little world that I've made in this little adventure I have.
Awesome. Really cool. And it's just going to be
Oh, that is so
6th
exciting.
and 13 December, also starting at the same time that we usually have
Yes.
our Convergence Manifesto stream. So
Absolutely.
definitely come and check out Austin and this fantastic group of players that will be on here. Outside of that, another birdie came and whispered something to me, that another player in this group is in a really great upcoming game. Ida, would you like to tell us where we can find you very soon?
I have 2 games interesting coming up. This Saturday, I'm going to be starting as a player in a campaign of Brinkwood. It's going to take place every Saturday. This starting time, so it'll be 2 p.m. Eastern European, 7 p.m. GMT UK time, and it's a game of Brinkwood. Imagine how to say Castlevania, the show kind of setting, but we're not cool superhero heroes, ex-vampires, etc. We're brigands who had former lives, who suffered under the rule of the vampires, who are physiologically and metaphorically draining the blood and life of the people around them. And we've made contracts with a singular fae. And we're going to do everything we can to bring down this vampiric lord. And it'll be GM'd by the wonderfully talented Diane, Balrog 1911. And we're going to have amazing players like Kevin, Trooper SJP, if you're familiar with them, Gloss and Gadgets, and also this other person known as KP11 Studios. So I'm really excited for that. It's going to be a bit of it's going to go till like almost springtime. So please join us there. And then after that, on double checking the dates, excuse me, I'm going to be playing with Ladies of D&D for the In December event, which is coming up in December, and it's going to be an event focused all on indie games, small creators, amazing tables. And on December the 8th, Thursday at 3 p.m. GMT, I'm going to be playing as a player in Coyote and Crow with the maker and some other amazing POC players who also have indigenous heritages. It's going to be a one-shot. Join them on Ladies of D&D. It's going to be really exciting. And the whole month, I have so many great games, great one-shots, all supporting small creators.
Super great. Fantastic games, fantastic people, and definitely check it out. Support Ida also on those games she's in. I bet it's going to be amazing.
Yep. Most
All
excited.
right.
And support us here because I'm really proud about the other games we have on our channel. At Horde of Tales, the organizing people, we've been working really hard to add things like accessibility, more transparency. We're making sure our tables are representative, diverse, that the games are unique. Like, yeah, we know we have to cater to the D&D crowd, but we're making sure that other games and creator systems are getting options. And I think the Horde of Tales community in this regard has grown. I'm really proud of the growth because it took effort. And I really think amazing things are going to come our way in 2023.
100% agreed. Talking about the Horde of Tales community, if you want to hang out with us, you can always join our Discord, which is down below the stream here. You can follow us on our Twitter, that's also linked below the stream. And if you want to check out all these games that we have also already in the past, because even though, as Ida mentions, we've been working at getting better and better, but over this past year, we've been done some really cool stuff on this channel as well. And if you want to catch up on that, go over to a YouTube channel at youtube.com/Horde of Tales for all our VODs of not just this campaign, but all the other games that we have here on this channel.
And don't forget, if you're watching this, leave a thumbs up or a comment. This helps growing the algorithm a little bit more to our likings. And if you really, really love what we are doing, just think like, hey, I want to support this group in any way that just comes to my mind. So you can just subscribe to our channel. This helps us paying the crew and also making new content.
Indeed. All right. With that being said, there's yet another bird that has whispered me that we've come to the end of today's stream. I want to thank everyone who has decided to join us. I want to thank everyone here at this table. Thank you for running this game this year with me. And I am pretty sure we're all going together continue this amazing adventure when we come back here in January. In the meantime, check out the games we have on our channel. Check out the games that our players are in. And have a great rest of your day.
And join us on the raid to a charity stream.
Exactly. Before I send the else dramatically, we are currently gathering for a raid. We are going over to Fate of the Dice. So hop on with us on that raid. And thanks for watching. And see you soon.
Love you all. Happy holidays. See you in January.
Bye.